Hi, John. Thank you so much. Joining us now is Michael Gonzalez. He's from Atmos Energy. When we bring him in, we've got an important warning. That means that we're talking about the National 811, that call before you dig, and this is what we call the You Can Dig It segment, as long as you play by the rules. Michael, let's talk about how important it is to get the message out.
Yeah, so, it's that time again of the year, National 811 Day tomorrow, and so it's an important day to not just promote that day, but always to call 811 before you do any type of digging project. That goes for third-party excavators, contractors, any homeowner doing any type of small home project at home. It doesn't matter what level or depth that you're digging, you always want to make sure that you call 811 before you dig.
Talk us through the process that what happens. We've got this project and we call 811. What happens from the time we make that phone call?
Sure. So you always want to give at least 2 days prior to the work being done. So it's good practice to probably call earlier in the week, so that way you have plenty of time, because sometimes those tickets get backed up, and so you can call 811. You can also go online and 811 call before you dig. And so what they'll do is they'll contact all the utility providers that have underground utilities. They'll go and mark those in 2 days time frame. And so you want to make sure that there's usually a visible sign of markings or flags that can identify where those lines are, so that way it avoids any type of damage underground to those utility lines.
And at the end of the day, you may be thinking, oh, this is a little bit of inconvenience. Let me tell you something. It's not, because it could be life-saving.
Absolutely. I mean, the reason why we do this is safety. Our company it's a huge safety priority for us, and so to damage any of those lines could be dangerous, and could cause just amount of work and people just working after hours, and it could be an inconvenience to whatever the utility line that you break, right? So if it's gas, it may cause an interruption to your service, and it could be a safety concern, and we want to keep everybody safe from that.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you want to, first of all, worry about the safety, but if you mess that up, you don't just mess it up for yourself, you mess it up for the rest of your neighbors, and they're going to be asking questions. Why didn't you make that call to 811 before you decided to dig? In terms of this day, I mean, it's a national day tomorrow. Again, just reminding everybody to get it done.
Yeah, absolutely, and and it's also the law too. We're going on a third year too, where we're presenting a Gold Cup award, and so we actually are presenting an award to Spanky's Landscaping. And so we want to recognize that company for just the awesome amount of safety record that they do, and also not damaging any lines, because that they call 811, and they're just a great partner with our company.
I know a lot of people think, well, I'm just going out, I'm digging a sprinkler line, but that could end up catastrophic. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're putting a shovel in the ground, make the call.
Absolutely.
Michael, we appreciate you guys so much, and not only that, you guys don't know this, but Michael bribes us every once in a while. He brings a nice little thing to remind us to do the 811 segment. We appreciate the cupcakes.
Yes, sir.
Michael, as always. All right, so you're ready to head back to, I noticed you brought your son, got the haircut, everybody ready for back to school in your house?
Everybody's ready for school, more to the parents for sure.
Yeah. Amen to that, Michael. We appreciate you being here. Again, if you're thinking about doing a project this fall, once those temperatures kind of cool down a little bit, don't forget, not only is it a life-saving thing, but it's the law. Call 811. Make sure you stay tuned for that.